Morning, everybody. We are live here at the Resellers Wake Up. This is episode 11, October 27th, 2014, and we are here on a Monday. Made it through the weekend, and we're just about to start the show. But basically, this is just a working hangout. Everybody's going to be, working on their eBay stuff and their Amazon stuff, and they might be, checking, doing online arbitrage, whatever. But this is what we do every day, and just want to share it with y'all. If you got any questions or whatever in the comments, you can just go ahead and post it up, and we'll try and get your questions answered. But anyway, we've been doing this for a couple weeks now. Like I said, we're on episode 11 now, and we're still going strong. We've been having a good time. Just gonna keep doing it till we get sick of it, I guess. But what about you guys? How was the weekend?
I survived the Toadcast.
That Toadcast. I'm surprised that Sean survived the Toadcast. One of the best Toadcasts that I've seen for sure.
You need T-shirts that say that I survived the Toadcast.
Oh, now you got me some ideas. I was at a pawn shop like a few months back, and they had a screen printer for $50. And I almost bought it just because I knew I'd be able to do something with it. And then when I decided to get it, I went back and it was gone. So that kind of sucked.
I always have T-shirt ideas and never follow through with them.
Oh yeah. Well, if I actually had the screen printer, I probably would follow through with it pretty easily. It'd make it a lot simpler, you know.
Yeah.
Well, you got that dude who I guess does custom shirts. Just had that contest in the Reseller Society.
Who was that? That's not Jeremy Holland or Hobbies, is it?
Yeah. I don't remember what his name was.
Yeah, I don't remember either, but have to get with them, make some Resellers Wake Up T-shirts.
Ooh, I'd buy one.
Or Chris, you have your thing. Remember you did for Small Sellers United?
Yeah, I tried to like twice, but I didn't sell enough. I only sold like 2 or 3.
Oh, so you have to have a minimum order or something like that?
Yeah.
So what were you doing? You were trying to get T-shirts made for one of the reseller groups?
Yeah, for the Small Sellers United Fund.
How did that work? What were you trying to do?
Well, I was making them through Teesprings, and you just go on there, you design the shirt, and then you put it up for sale on all the different groups or whatever. And you have to sell a minimum of like I think 10. But yeah, I only got like both times I got like 3 or 4 sales.
Yeah.
I never did trade.
Once we get a little bigger and we get more people watching, then we'll try it again. But yeah, that sounds like a pretty cool idea, just to be able to make T-shirts. I've thought about it a few times myself, and I don't know. I don't think they sell well enough. But
well, that's another avenue to make money too. You can, because you get so much of the profits. Depending on how many shirts the more you sell, the cheaper they are, and the more profit you make.
Okay, so if I wanted to take and put these things on Amazon, it would be kind of like drop shipping then? Or do they send them to your house?
No, they send them right to your house.
And okay, so you got to order like 10 of them minimum, and then they send them to you, and then you just sell them normal.
No, they send them to the customer's house. When the customer orders them, they automatically pay for the shipping. Customer pays for the shipping and everything, and they ship it directly to the customer.
So it's like a cafe press, Zazzle type thing.
Right. Yeah.
So it's almost like a drop shipping thing then, like a drop shipping outlet. So if I designed a T-shirt and I made a listing on eBay, then I would just whenever I sell one, then I would just have them send it to the customer. Is that how it works?
Well, but you have to sell so many of them for each design that you make. You have to sell so many before they'll print that shirt.
Okay, I'm with you. But what if I wanted to buy 10 of the shirts, or 20 of them, or 50 of them?
You can order them. I guess you can. Yeah, you can order them all 10 yourself.
Okay.
Cause I put the link in here in our chat,
Okay.
and yeah, I said basically you start it's called a campaign, and you set a goal. Say, okay, I set a goal. I want to sell 20 T-shirts, and you're gonna set, say I want to sell them in 2 weeks. But there's a minimum you have to. I think is 10 is the minimum before they'll print the shirt.
But if you sell enough of them, then you get the profit, and then the people
Right.
that ordered the shirt pay this company, and this company sends them the shirts.
Right, and then they send you your profit.
That's a pretty cool idea. I'm gonna have to look into that for just eBay, because that sounds like something. I mean, like Danica's saying, I'm always coming up with T-shirt ideas, and I mean, if find a way to actually get a shirt that goes, then that'd be pretty nice.
Right.
But yeah, today, just to let everybody know, we're kind of talking about alternative resale outlets, different ideas to increase your sales, and to find like different ideas for how to sell things besides just on Amazon and eBay. I mean, we're just touching on it a little bit, and but besides that, we're also need to know what you guys did on the weekend. What about you, Brian? How was your weekend?
My weekend was okay. I had let's see, 4 or 5 sales over the weekend.
That's
Yeah, nothing major, but still money.
yeah, that's seems like it's picking up for you then.
A little bit.
Are you gonna hit your goal for the month?
I will cover that Saturday.
Nice.
I'll cover that Saturday, like I already said in my last video. So I'm going to hold everything for that time.
All right.
So
What about you, Danica?
I didn't do much this weekend since we had Braden's birthday.
Yeah. No big sales or anything.
Nothing huge, just small.
Stuff. Right on. What about you, Talbot? What'd you sell this weekend? Anything?
I don't think I had any sales over the weekend.
What
No.
about you just worked all weekend, right?
Yeah, I worked. I didn't have much time to do anything else.
Yeah, you're one of those weirdos with a real job.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
loser, you got a real job.
Ew, real job.
Yeah. I went out Saturday. I'm gonna post a haul video later. Did some let's see, what did I do Saturday morning? I just basically listed Saturday morning, and then all day messed around it. Went to the gym. And I just hit like 2 or 3 thrift stores. Did pretty good, but like I said, I got some footage, so I'm gonna put a video up hopefully today if I get it edited. And then yesterday I did nothing but just list. I was trying to do get some of my clothing up, and it took for freaking ever. Mostly because of the pictures. I was messing around with GIMP. That's what I use for my editing, and was trying to figure out how to do it really well, and get the nice white background and all that stuff. And eventually I got it, but it took like half a day just to really get it the way that I wanted it. But now that I've got the process down, I figured out a way to do it pretty easily. I might have to do a video on that as well, just because it's pretty simple once you get it knocked out really fast. I mean, some of the stuff that I was doing, it was like stuff that I would feel comfortable submitting to Amazon. Not the clothing. I mean, my clothing pictures still suck, but like the electronics, I did a couple DVD players, some Walkman, stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, it was pretty quick and easy once I got it down. But didn't really, I've never really paid that close attention to my pictures. Just because I do that kind of, I sell a lot of that stuff. I mean, if I've got this insignia Walkman, you know exactly what it is. The person that's buying it knows what it is. They don't have to have detailed pictures of it here, but or to make their buying decision. But yeah, now that I've figured out how to do it quick and easy, I think I'm gonna start paying a lot more attention to those. Still need to get a decent lighting setup. If anybody's got good suggestion on a link, maybe place where I could get a good lighting setup reasonably. It's mostly the lights and the umbrellas that I need. I've got plenty of the tripods and stands and everything.
I'll link the one that, sorry, I'll link the one that I got. Actually, I'll put it in the YouTube chat in case anybody wants it. But if you watch, he does keep putting them on sale. I don't think you'll catch it, the way the same price that we did, but it's really not expensive, even full price, and the shipping's really fast.
Okay. Yeah,
Was that off Amazon?
No, it was off eBay.
Oh, okay, 'cause I know some people was getting them off of Amazon too for a pretty reasonable price.
Yeah, I saw somebody linked one in one of the groups, I think, and it was Amazon.
I remember whenever I was getting some lighting kits and looking around, there's one called the Cowboy Studio Kit, but that was for like flashes. I don't know if they have a kit for constant lighting. It's just called Cowboy Studio.
What was the name of it again? You were breaking up a little bit.
The Cowboy Studio Kit or Cowboy Studio Kit, something like
Cowboy
that.
Studio Kit. All right. Yeah, that's the biggest problem that I've always had with my pictures is the white balance and trying to get enough lighting, especially for dark stuff. I mean, it's really frustrating when I'll you take your pictures, they look fine on that little screen, and then you get them back to the computer, and it's just like, screw it, enough.
It's like those green pants.
Yeah, like my green pants. But at least the jacket came out okay, so whatever. I don't care. The jacket's an important part, I think, as long as they can see what color the suit's supposed to be. Yeah.
I put out a little video about, I guess, my shooting area, the table, and the backdrops I use.
I just bought like a $2 white sheet from Goodwill, and then I got like one of those projector screens, that folds down into like a little thing like that big. It's maybe like 3 or 4. It's about 3 or 4 feet long, and that stands up on a tripod. You just set it up, and it's like 3 or 4 feet high. And then I just put like when I'm using my mannequin, I just put my dummy in front of it, and then I've got a sheet that I put over it, and I clip it in so that it stays in place, and then set up my lighting and my camera and everything from there. And then when I'm doing like DVD players and big stuff like that, I've got a little table that fits perfectly right there. Somebody driving?
Somebody vacuuming?
What it sounds like. I don't know.
But yeah, I've got that all set up like that, and it seems to be working okay. And then I've got this back here. It's just a little desk that I've got set up with a couple of lights just for my lighting box. And then I got a white piece of paper in there that I lay out for the smalls, like when I'm doing CD players and video games and cameras and stuff like that. But it's pretty easy.
I was going to link my video to my little photo setup, but it's only on Facebook. I loaded it up to Facebook instead of YouTube. So it's on Arbitrage Albatross, and it's probably somewhere in the Reseller Society, just don't know where after yesterday.
Well, if they click on your name, if they find your name anywhere on Facebook and they click on that, then if you posted it, it should be right there on your page, right?
Yeah, it is on my page. It's like right now number 2.
Right on.
Second or 2 posts down. All that is just using sheets. I got a black sheet and I got a white sheet. I put up command strips, 3 of them, 1, 2, 3, cut slits, and I just hook them right onto those command strips. The black one's in back, and I got the white one on top. If I need the black, I unhook two spots, throw the sheet off to the side. Now I got my black backdrop on the table. Then it's easy to set up. Hook 2 back up, straighten the sheet out. Now I'm on my white one.
So what kind of stuff do you usually use the black backdrop for?
Well, show you, but I don't have it here. Anything that's maybe white, well, you don't want to shoot that on white. So put that up there on the black backdrop to really make it stand out.
Right. So you're doing like white pants and white shirts and stuff like that with a black backdrop.
Or like the pencil sharpener. I didn't bring out my little homemade box. I just put the pencil sharpener right there on the black table or the black backdrop, set it down and said click. There's enough pop to it.
Gotcha.
But like say, if I was shooting this mouse, I would not want to shoot that on white.
Right.
Basically, photographically, it'll get lost. It's
Right.
just blended in. Even if you want to go beyond black and white, if you could find a gray sheet, that could work, or maybe even a tan or a red, just to give you different colors to just make things stand out. Because that's what you're trying to do ultimately, is make your product stand out.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I guess it just depends. I mean, once you start to take better pictures, you start picking up on all that. But I'm just surprised at how bad a lot of the pictures are on eBay. I mean, I felt pretty good about mine after I actually looked uh, and saw the competition. You know, I mean, I saw this freaking coat. I finally got that cashmere coat.
Yeah, I told you not to look at my pictures.
Yeah. Just to let everybody know that's in the chat, I know Arbitrage Albatross has a channel, Danica has a channel on YouTube. If you click or if you hover over their name in the chat box, you can just subscribe to them right there. You don't even have to leave. And then later on, you can go and check out some of their videos and some of the stuff that we're talking about, especially with Brian, because he's got a lot of videos up about like photography and trying to work Photoshop and stuff like that. Make it a little easier if you got any questions about that kind of stuff too. You can just ask in the chat, and we might be able to come up with some. But they're getting errors in there. Yeah, that's just the Google Hangouts. When we're live, then it's got issues. I mean, limited bandwidth and all that stuff. But just you know, be patient and it'll come back. So let's see. So Brian, just curious, like I know you do a lot of walking around and stuff, and you don't always get very far from home. For alternative sales, like stuff that isn't eBay, like stuff that's not on eBay and on Amazon. Do you have any other ways to make just like extra cash or whatever, get some of your product moved on the side?
Well, when I was young and I needed the money, never mind. No, not really. I mean, just eBay. I'm going to be swapping over to Amazon here really soon. So I'm trying to make up a plan. I got pretty much my new plan now. Try to put it into effect on November 1st.
Are you just putting an Amazon shipment together right now?
I got some things set aside, but I'm going to start out cross-listing, MFing, and eBay on things that I can. That could get tricky though because, like if I'm asleep, okay, something sells on Amazon, then all of a sudden, Leroy Jenkins. Oh hell! Now that same thing sold on both platforms and I only got one.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of worried about with the cross listing. This Wednesday, we're gonna have Robert Bagley, RB3, on the show, and I know he does a lot of that, so that would be a good one for you guys not to miss. I mean, he's full information. He's been very successful. He's very motivated and motivating, and I can't wait to have him on Wednesday. But I'm gonna definitely be talking more about that, the cross listing, and how he handles it, because I just get paranoid. I've got stuff that I've got listed on Amazon, and I'm probably actually gonna cross list them because I've got, what do I have, 5 or 6 like electronics, VCRs and DVD players and stuff like that just I've had on Amazon for a few weeks and doesn't seem to be. I don't really think you can monitor how much they're getting looked at and stuff like that. Pretty much all you can do is get on Camel, 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 and see, how often they're selling. That's about as much. That's about as much as I can figure out. But I don't know. Is there any other way that you guys know about on Amazon to kind of track how much something's getting looked at without actually getting sold?
Not that I know of.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that as well. But I'm probably gonna go ahead and list that stuff on eBay just because of that. I mean, it seems to be really slow-moving stuff that it'll be. I seriously doubt both of them will sell on both platforms. But I gotta talk to Robert about it and see how he handles it. There might be an app or something, I'm sure, that people use so that if like the item sells on eBay, then it gets delisted from Amazon, or if it sells on Amazon, it gets delisted from eBay automatically. I mean, I'd imagine there's got to be something out there. I don't know.
Would Inventory Labs or something like that do that?
I'm cheap. I'm cheap. I don't want to pay for all that stuff.
But I do not know any free things.
Oh, I can't imagine that there would be a free app that would do anything like that.
No. You'd have to stay on top of it if you're not going to, if you're not going to pay for something. You would have to check multiple times a day if it's something popular.
Yeah. Well, the Inventory Lab sounds very interesting. I know at least one person who uses it, and I gotta talk to him. I haven't talked to you guys. Remember Rare Finds, right? He hasn't been in the Hangouts in a while, but he'll pop in for a couple of days, and then you won't see him for 2 weeks, and he'll pop in for a couple of days, and then you won't see him for a couple of weeks. But I'm gonna have to have him on sometime and talk a little bit more about that. And I know Adam uses Scan Power, but he's getting away from that. I mean, he was showing us one day in the chat like when he was listing all of his books. He had, what did he say, like 600 or 700 books that he had to go through and move from Merchant Fulfilled to FBA, and he was just using Scan Power for all of it, and he was showing us how fast it was and how easy it was to go through everything. So I don't know, maybe Scan Power does something like that as well. That'd be something that I need to look into. I don't
remember. Do you know how much Scan Power is a month?
I think it's like $50 or $60. It's not cheap. I mean, I wouldn't, at this point, no way would I pay that. I mean, I just don't do enough volume on Amazon. I'm only sending 50 to 100 items in a week, and I can get that knocked out in like 4 or 5 hours. And then I don't have to deal with it anymore. And as far as the Merchant Fulfilled stuff, I only have like 5 or 6 items Merchant Fulfilled right now. I mean, it's just not something that I'm too concerned about. Do any of you guys do any merchant? I know you said you're going to start, Ryan, on the Merchant Fulfilled. You don't do any Merchant Fulfilled, do you, Danica?
Yeah, just heavy things if I get some electronics.
Yeah.
But I tend to not pick really heavy things. Just if there's a really good ROI, then I will. But I'll Merchant Fulfill that because you're basically, in order to pack it up to get it there, you might as well just ship it to the customer yourself.
Yeah, exactly. How many Merchant Fulfilled items do you think you've sold on Amazon?
Oh, under 10, probably. Because I went straight to FBA. Merchant Fulfilled, I just don't see the point in it, to be honest. Like I said, I reserve it for the really heavy things that I just basically get a killer deal on and can't pass up.
I will answer that one, Danica.
What?
Why do MF? Some items, like when I did it before, and I made a little bit of a killing off of it, seriously, have expiration dates. It was a grocery item. And if it's too short of a time, you cannot send it in FBA.
I would just skip it. But, I mean, that's me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I was making, I think it was $18 profit per item just by shoving it in a padded flat rate envelope and going, here.
Yeah.
No different than eBay, really. So $18 profit every time, and I tried it out. I bought 8 of those items and sold all 8 of them within a week.
And you couldn't have sent that stuff into Amazon at all, huh? No FBA for that.
Because of the expiration date. It's a grocery item. If
Gotcha.
it if it was within what 3 months, it's got to be outside of the 3 month range or something like that to send an FBA. So if it's shorter than that time, keep it as MF and just ship it out yourself. Especially if you're already doing eBay, it's just the same thing on a different platform basically. You get an email saying, "Hey, this sold. Here's your customer." Okay, fine. You just package it up just like you're doing for eBay and send it on out.
Yeah, that makes sense. It doesn't seem hard. I mean, I wouldn't. Like I said, I got a few things that I've got merchant fulfilled right now. I just don't. If I can send it to FBA, I would rather send it to FBA. Makes it a lot easier. But uh, a lot of the stuff that is close to getting expired that I've been picking up, I just put it on eBay and it sells.
It's not hard, it's just different by the way you receive notification, by what you have to print out, clip, and include in there, or something like that. It's just different. That's all it is.
Yeah,
Not harder or easier, it's just different.
yeah, that's what they always say about it. I,
You know, just like putting that first Amazon shipment together whenever you're doing FBA. Oh, you don't know about all this stuff. Well, it's intimidating because you don't know what to do. But once you get that first shipment out, it's like, oh, hell, I could do this. You know,
yeah, well,
it's
that's
not hard.
basically how I felt about it. I mean, I was paranoid as hell on my first shipment. I shrunk wrapped every single book. I freaking uh, took pictures, like the front and back of every book, the title page, like every like 5 or 6 pictures per item, just because I was like, yeah, I gotta, just because I wanted to make sure that everything was as good as possible. But once you do it a few times, you start to realize what's kind of a waste of time and you know what you can get away with, and well, I'm not getting away with. That's a bad choice of words. Like what is okay, I should say, and what's not okay, and what people kind of expect when they receive the item. But
I'm that lazy FBAer that does not photograph their items.
I still photograph certain items, especially if it's a high dollar item. Like I sent in a GameCube, and I think I put it up for like $60, and I took nice photos of that. And like game systems with aftermarket controllers. If there's something different, something that they don't expect, like if they expect, if they're buying something and this is what they're supposed to get, but mine's a little bit different, then I'll take pictures of it and make a more detailed description and everything. But for the most part, I just send it in now.
And that's what you should do. I just, 9 times out of 10, after I ship the box, I'm like, crap, I should have taken pictures of that. I should have done whatever.
Well, especially looking at the listings on there, if you see everybody's got, say it's a used item and it's text, you can set yourself apart by having the images. And now that'll bring those eyes straight to your listing because you got a picture.
Definitely.
Well,
I just, like I said, I remember 9 times out of 10 after I've already sent the stupid box in.
oh yeah. Well, I noticed that myself. Like the reason why I do pictures on higher dollar items is because of that. I mean, when I'm comparing prices, trying to figure out how much I want to sell my stuff for, my eyes always go straight for the listing with the picture. And I'm definitely like, if I was in the market and I was trying to buy that item, that would definitely increase the chances that I would buy that one. I mean, I think that pictures help a lot on Amazon, and people kind of take them for granted, especially if you're selling a lot of used stuff. New, I don't think it matters. I mean, if I sell, I don't even care when it comes to new stuff because that's what stock photos are for. I don't even, like on eBay, I'll take pictures of everything, like new stuff, whatever. But yeah.
Uh, any shout outs for who's in the chat out there? Or you want to do that?
Yeah, there's quite a few people in the chat, actually.
19. Hey.
Yeah. Bill's there, Matt Embry, Rob, Sandy Rick, Deborah. I'm not even going to try to say your last name, Deborah, because I know I'll mangle it. Amy Mead, Mid-Top. Who's this Arbitrage Albatross?
I don't know. That
Ah.
sounds like something.
Brandy's in there.
Brandy, we gotta get her on. I see her all the time on the Facebook groups posting.
Yeah.
She used to come in, didn't she?
Brandy?
Yeah, didn't she come in the Hangouts a few times? Just doesn't turn her mic on?
I think she's only been in one that I've been on.
Yeah, I remember. Hopefully, Gillmama's gonna come on. She sent me she said that she might. That'd be fun. We're trying to get some more guests lined up. Obviously, we're still new. You know, we aren't getting those big golden finger picker show numbers yet.
Wait, you got to use Sean's tactic. You got to use Sean's tactic. Start the show by saying, what was it? They're too good for the show or something like that. Remember that one?
Yeah. Yeah, we're not getting the big numbers yet, but I was also been talking to Kevin over at the Thrifting Lounge. He might hop on sometime this week. That'd be cool. And speaking of Kevin, if any of you guys have heard of Retro Josh, he's going to be on the Thrifting Lounge tonight. So I want to give a shout out to him and Kevin. So if you're every Monday night, Thrifting Lounge, over at, he's got the Facebook group, the Thrifting Lounge, the YouTube channel, Thrifting Lounge. Go check out that episode tonight. It should be really interesting. Retro Josh is this 17-year-old kid that he's like 16 or 17. He's pretty young, and he's been doing eBay since he was like 12. Does a lot of video games and magic cards and basically all the stuff that all my bread and butter stuff, the stuff that I'm into, which kind of interests me. But I always say, the stuff that I do is easy for anybody to get into, but that's one of the reasons why I started moving away from it, because it's way too easy, which means that it's a lot harder to find that stuff. It's just been drying up, and finding this stuff in like thrift stores. Hey, Picker Army, what's happening, man?
What's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, cool.
How was the weekend? Anything crazy, wild and crazy going on?
We got a whole bunch of stuff. I filled up the kitchen table again. Does that help? Kitchen table is plus a table.
Wow. Yeah, I'm not allowed to talk like that in front of my wife. I usually get smacked. You're lucky.
Yeah. Well, my wife's the one that made me fill it up.
That's good. That's a good problem to have. Well, I guess it's not a problem at all. Yeah, you're bumping around a little bit, though, getting a lot of feedback on your mic. But
That's because somebody else is driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fine when you were driving, but it looks like you're not driving now. So.
I'll hold it. Is that better?
There you go. Yeah, now we're good.
Morning, Albia.
Hi, Elvia.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Tired?
Survived the Toadcast?
We didn't just stay for the very end.
Yeah, by the third video, when the name of when the title of his third video comes out and it's just IDK, you know that it's about to get interesting. So I had to stick around.
We left when Sean got all mad about whatever he was mad about. I don't know.
Yeah, he got over it. Yeah, there you go with that feedback again. I don't know what it is. It sounds like vibrating on something.
It's probably the road.
Yeah.
Actually, he didn't get all mad when he couldn't hear us. He finally realized I guess to turn the sound down to his headphones.
Yeah. That's fun. Yeah.
What's
Yep, we're
happening,
back.
Bill?
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Cool.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so how was the weekend for you? Did you do any picking, get any interesting stuff sold?
Who are you talking to?
You.
Oh, okay.
No one hasn't answered that question yet.
No picking. I don't really do much of anything in the way of retail arbitrage. I buy online, mostly from shopgoodwill.com, and um, I haven't done that either for about a month because I'm just working on stuff that I've picked already in the past. I've still got maybe 50 books down in the basement I want to get listed. But I'm working on a major Excel project right now just to keep track of all my stuff because I forgot who it was said they were cheap, but I'm cheap too. And I don't really want to spend 25, 50 bucks a month for these software packages. I'd rather just do it myself with Excel because I like Excel and I know a lot of friends who can help me whenever I get stuck on something. There's groups out there for that. And there's a lot of videos too. So I get a kick out of working with Excel, and I'm using that right now to create my own inventory, keep track of sales, all that stuff. So I've been
I
doing that
have a
about
great Excel thing. If you want me to send it to you, Bill, I can send it to you. My husband made it for me for eBay and Amazon. It is
Oh, cool.
sweet.
Cool. I'm sure I would get a lot of ideas out of that. Yeah.
Just message me your email, and I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to. I'm using GoDaddy bookkeeping, and that seems to be going pretty well.
What does that cost?
$10 a month,
Oh, that's not bad. $10. Yeah.
and it does everything for you. I mean, all you do is you give them your bank account information, your PayPal information, your eBay and Amazon account, and they check everything and all the transactions. You can go in and like if you see a Goodwill receipt come up, you just check it as cost of goods sold. If you see a grocery store receipt, you know, whatever, you can. If it's a personal thing, then you can just change it to personal, and then it doesn't count into your expenses. And then at the end of the year, that calculates all your taxes for you as well.
Oh, that's great. What about inventory though? Does it keep track of your SKU numbers and all that stuff?
No, I don't think. If it does, I don't know how to do that yet. I mean,
Okay.
I do most of that myself, but I don't pay too close attention to how much I paid for each individual item, just because I mean I buy so much stuff at the weigh and pay, and all these like if I go down the list at a thrift store, you look at the receipt and there's no way to tell. You know, I mean,
Right.
it's really hard to keep track of the cost of each individual item for me. So I usually just go by how much I spent versus how much I make, and
Over a certain period, like a week or a month or whatever.
yeah, exactly. And then
Yeah.
at the end of the year, as long as you put your inventory numbers up, then
Okay.
that's it breaks it down pretty simply.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably better to do it each individual item, but I don't know. I just don't.
Now, when you said that you keep track of your SKUs yourself, what software are you using for that?
There's a note in the eBay listings, and you can just put like your inventory numbers and the price you paid for the item
Okay.
in the note. So usually what I'll do is, and only you can see it, nobody else can see it, but what I'll usually do when I'm putting, and you can do the same thing on Amazon. I know Picker Army was talking about a while back. There's the seller's SKU or whatever, and it's just a number. He puts the date and the price he paid for the item, and then
That's cool.
yeah, that way you've got this number that only you can read, and it looks like some kind of inventory number or something, but it's pretty easy to decipher. And then
I do the same thing with my SKUs. I create my own using the purchase date followed by a 3-digit batch number and then a 3-digit item number because I like keeping track of each item individually too.
okay. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll just do the date and then the price and like 01, 02, 03, because you know if you're like if I get two items with the same SKU because two items were the same price, then that just makes it a little easier to keep track of.
Okay. Sounds good, yeah.
This guy. What's up, Chad?
Morning, Chad.
Oh, sounds like
Morning.
either he's not talking or his mic's screwed up again.
Hmm.
It looks like this mic's screwed up again.
He didn't sound like a chipmunk this time.
Yeah, his mic was screwed up. That's all right. He'll come back. It'll work. He just gets way too much camera time. You know, he spends way too much time on camera, and his camera can't take it.
Meanwhile, I sold another spaceship.
Oh, is that one of those blanket warmers?
Yep,
Nice.
blanket controllers.
Yeah, I saw a few of those at the thrift store, I think over the weekend, and I almost grabbed them, but I was just like, nah, maybe I don't know. I probably should have, but they were like $5 each.
Actually, it's mine were like $1 a piece.
Yeah, that's kind of easy. Like if I see that stuff at the weigh and pay, I'll grab it just because it ends up costing less than $1. But when they want $5 or $10 for these things, it's like, whatever, dude. How you doing, Chad? Let's see if we can hear you now.
Good morning. Good morning.
There he is.
There he is. Yeah, just talking about how you use your camera way too much. You're wearing it out, man.
Yeah, right.
So, Bill, you said you do a lot of autographed books, right?
Yes.
Okay, let me ask you what you think of this guy. I found this last summer, actually. I just never got around to selling it. Let's see if I can even find it. There it is. It's Moonwalk, but
Okay.
then he's got his little hand-drawn photo, like caricature or whatever. I don't know. Can you see?
Yeah, it's cleared out.
Yeah, it's cleared out a little bit.
Yeah.
There we go. You can kind of see
Oh
it.
yeah, there we go. Yeah, some of them do write little pictures in there.
Yeah, and his autograph on the next page.
Okay.
Have you ever sold anything like that, or?
Oh yeah, that's mostly what I sell.
Right. Well, I mean, like the Moonwalk, though. I know I've seen a few.
Can I see the cover again? No, that doesn't look familiar.
Huh.
I haven't seen that one.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was like a common one, like if a lot of people got it signed, like on a book tour or something.
I've got one here from Michael Moore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, see that? You guys know who Michael Moore is, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
The
Now, how much can those autographs raise the value on a book?
Well, I have access to the collectibles tab on Amazon, so that's got his signature there.
Okay.
So I don't have to fight with all the people who have their books in the used section. If I want to charge, say, $35, not for Michael, but for some of the unknown authors, if I want to put it in at $35, and there's 2 or 3 pages of penny books, I'm going to be back at, what, page 6, page 7, page 8? But that's why I got access to the collectibles tab, because over there you're going to find maybe 2 or 3. And so I'll be on page 1 every time.
Now, what did you have to go through to get approved for the collectibles tab?
It was so long ago I don't remember. I do remember that I got turned down, I think, twice before they finally approved me on the 3rd attempt. I think you have to tell them that you have so many, and I didn't really have very many at the time. I only had maybe half a dozen books that had autographs in them, so I had to build up my inventory. I didn't want to lie to them, you know. I had to build up my inventory, and then finally I got approved. I don't remember what number I got it up to. I don't think it was more than 50. But on my 3rd attempt, they finally approved me for the collectibles tab.
Okay.
And that really is a big benefit because, like I said, I mean, you could be back there on page 7, 8, 9 instead of page 1. You know.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you have to get approved or not, but I can post video games as collectible. But I'm pretty sure that's something that anybody can do because I didn't go through anything.
Yeah, I do that too. No, I don't do any video games, but every now and then I have toys that are not brand new, but they look fairly new. So, or maybe the packaging is damaged, so I'll put them in the as like new in the collectibles tab. Yeah.
Right. I do that too. I'll even sell used toys, and I'll just put them in as like collectible good or something. As long as
Yeah.
it works and you test them and everything. I'm sending in, or I just sent in some stuff the other day, like some kids' toys, like a little Buzz Lightyear phone thing. I mean, it was selling for $30 or whatever, and just used. So I just
Yep.
took. That's one of the things I took a picture of. I mean, if you're selling collectibles, you should definitely have your own pictures of everything, right?
Absolutely.
You picture your own books, like all your books.
Everything. Even brand new stuff, like brand new toys, still in the box. I'll take a picture of it, and then I'll spin it around and take a picture of the UPC number, just so I have a record of what I had in my house.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. And I mean, if you don't do huge volume, like you're not sending out 200 items a week.
No, I don't think I could do what I do in the details that I do it if I was doing a high volume business. I mean, I do very low volume. I think I said the other day, I'm lucky if I send out 4 or 5 boxes over a 2-week period. It's very low volume. It's more of a hobby, really.
Yeah, that's. I mean, are you retired or do you have a day job?
Yeah, yeah. I retired at 63, and I'm 65 now, so about 19 months retired.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's one nice thing about reselling. It's something you can do just on the side, when you're retired, or just even if you're still working. I know Talbot, he's got a full-time job and he just does it for fun mostly, but he's been doing it for so long. He's got a lot. I mean, anybody. It doesn't matter like what level you're on. Everybody just seems to have something to offer. Just some kind of insight or the way that they do things. I mean, I don't think anybody else is going to sit here and tell anybody that they sit there and take pictures of every single item they send to FBA, but
Yeah.
having somebody like you around to kind of explain your process, it gives everybody their own ideas. Like they can change things around. Maybe they want to do things a little differently or whatever.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
going on, Gillmoney?
the stuff I do, you just can't do it if you have any kind of decent volume. Because not only do I take pictures from all angles and everything, but I bag everything. Everything goes in a poly bag.
Yeah, well, I don't I use poly bags and then I shrink them. They're not really shrink wrap bags. They're these freezer bags. Uh,
Okay.
I get them at Safeway, and they've got the warning labels printed on them.
Oh,
And
cool.
so I just put my items in the bag, take a heat gun to it, and I've gotten pretty good and pretty fast. So that's the way that I always do it. But
And those are at Safeway. Huh?
yeah. What's going on, Gil Daddy? Gil Mama?
A lot.
How's the warehouse going?
We're actually getting ready to go down there right now. I think we'll probably jump back on as soon as we get there.
Right on. Yeah, so you got everything set up and you're...
It's still a mess, but
Not everything's set up.
we're
but
getting there.
I just picked up some gondola shelves last night and put some gondola shelves in and picked them up for like $100. But they're like the retail shelves that you see like in thrift stores and hardware stores.
Yeah, those big heavy-duty steel shelves with the...
Right.
Yeah, those are...
Pegboard behind it and stuff. I picked up two sets of those, and we're looking at 4 more, which is 4 more that was listed on Craigslist for like $200.
Nice. So you got everything out of your house yet?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we did all that like in a day.
Sweet. That's probably the best part about... That's got to be a good feeling.
It is. I don't have anything in my living room that's not living room stuff, and our garage is empty.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a nice big place that you showed off on Friday night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
I'm going down to Home Depot today. I'm going to pick up a bunch of PVC. I think it'd be kind of a cool thing to show, but I'm making a PVC like cardboard carton rack.
Oh, for like your boxes and everything?
Yeah. Yeah, already got it planned out. Got the list of supplies that I'm going to use for it, and we'll see how it turns out.
Make a video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
But yeah, PVC is pretty cool. You can make a lot of stuff with it.
Yeah. I need to get some PVC because I was having a heck of a time yesterday with my mannequin. Half the time that I was trying to take pictures of my jackets and stuff, it just kept falling over because the base wasn't big enough. But yeah, I took one of those, those necks for the Bissell Super Deluxe Steamer Deluxe things, those aluminum necks that you said don't sell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just took one of those and used that as the stand for my mannequin, and it worked pretty good. But like I said, it keeps falling over now. So
Yeah, we used those to hold up our bubble wrap for a while. When they wouldn't sell, we just stuck them all together and used them for bubble wrap holder.
yeah, I'm thinking about building some kind of rack too out of those, just for clothing. See how they work.
You know,
Yeah,
in our
there's
group a while back, there was somebody that posted a mannequin they made purely out of PVC, and it was really cool.
a mannequin, yeah, but I know there's a lot online. There's a lot of people that show like clothing racks made out of PVC.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into it. I remember a couple weeks ago, I think it was, I saw somebody posted something in Facebook, and it was like a link with $50 off to this website, and they had a clothing rack for $50, and with the $50 off coupon, I'm supposed to get it for free. Of course, I went, tried to buy it. I got in on the deal, and then the next day I get a email from them that said that they were not going to be sending it to me. That was a mistake, whatever.
I did the same thing, got the same email. I was pissed.
Yeah. Well, I didn't really expect it. I mean, deals like that, too good to be true. I just don't get myself hyped up about it. If it comes through, awesome. If it doesn't, then whatever. I just won't use the website again unless they really figure out something to make me want to buy there. But I mean, it's not like I don't use the internet to like go to certain places to buy from that place. I'm always looking for the best deal. So, I mean, they're not gonna get my repeat business by giving me a free rack. It's not gonna make me want to use them again in the future. But how was your weekend? Did you guys get anything? I mean, just besides the warehouse.
We have not sourced since the first of the month.
Oh wow, have you?
Yeah, they've been really busy. Like I said, I'm gonna probably work on some Amazon FBA stuff today over there. But of course, ship out all our packages, and I gotta, like I said, run to Home Depot and pick up some PVC, and gotta get. Well, I think once all that's set up, we still got some more tables we gotta move in, and I'm still looking for some other supplies. But I think we'll be all set once that storage rack is up, and we can work pretty effectively in there.
Right on, right on. Yeah.
We'll jump back on as soon as we get there.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
See ya.
Was that a ka-ching I heard somewhere in there?
Was that it?
Amy Me said that Gil Daddy looked like Obi-Wan in the chat on YouTube. In his robe.
Well, I had to ask which one, the younger or the old Obi-Wan.
That's funny. The guy. Oh, he does look like the Imagination Movers.
I don't think I've ever heard of that show.
It's a Nickelodeon kids show.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
He really does. He looks like one of the guys on there.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I do know that show.
That's hilarious. He really does.
Okay.
Said her 4-year-old thinks that that's who he is, who Dave is.
That's funny.
For my clothing, when we were talking about the clothing racks, I took some IKEA bars and screwed them to the ceiling in my main eBay room, the place where I do my pictures and stuff. They're like, I don't know, they cost like $2 for the bars, and I just screwed them to the ceiling so I can hang my my clothes from them, and it works perfectly.
So you have metal
Disney Junior.
You
I have
have
what?
metal poles mounted in
Nope.
your
No, they're mounted. Yes, I do. I have poles mounted in my eBay room. Yes.
Ah.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it right there.
Right to the gutter.
It always goes right to the gutter.
Yeah, especially with Brian in here.
Ah,
Proper. Yeah, I got to do something because I don't really. I was thinking about just using bins. I mean, I just don't have that much clothing listed yet, and I don't think I'm going to get into it too heavy. But I want to do something just to get some kind of organization. But I'm going to be getting rid of a bunch more stuff. Like this weekend, half the reason I went to the thrift store was to donate a bunch of stuff, just because I wanted to get it out of the way. And I've got a bunch more stuff that I need to go through and get it out of here. Just, stuff that I was experimenting with, stuff that I was playing around with that I wasn't sure if I could, make some money on, and just stuff that didn't work out and that I don't want to deal with. So, I mean, I think it's okay to do stuff like that to play around, but don't, get married to it. You know what I mean?
I think a good source for clothing information is a guy named Resale Renegade. You ever hear of him?
Resell Renegade.
Paul Mull.
Yeah, he's got a Resale Renegade has a whole bunch of videos on, and he puts them out almost every day.
Oh wow! Well, you know what? I have seen him before. I'm subscribed to him.
Oh, okay.
I don't. He doesn't seem to be doing much lately, though.
Really? I thought I just saw something. Check him out here a little bit.
Yeah, Yeah, he is one of those guys. He's got tons of videos, but he just hasn't been doing anything lately.
Nothing lately. Okay.
Yeah, I think. Man, it's been so long. I've got so many picker channels that I'm subscribed to. I can't even keep track of them all. But,
oh, you know what? That brings up a question I wanted to ask you guys.
Yeah.
I'm doing the same thing now. I'm starting to subscribe to a lot of channels on pickers and stuff like that. Would you recommend having two separate Facebook pages, one for personal use and one for like resale videos and stuff like that?
Good luck with that.
Oh, okay.
They're really cracking down. If you don't use your real name, they'll get you.
Yeah. They don't want people
to have a Golden Finger Picker Facebook ID.
Yeah, I think you just have to make a page. Like if you make a fan page or whatever, then you can just go off of the fan page, and that's what everybody will see when you're posting off of the fan page. And that way they won't be able to friend you. They'll just follow you on that page. And they'll just that's probably the easiest way to do it.
But it's not very interactive. It sucks because we started with a fan page and people couldn't interact really, so we said screw that, and we made a group so to where people can interact.
Right.
That sounds better.
Yeah.
I try to keep my personal Facebook page like non-picking because it's my high school friends I grew up with, it's my family, and I don't want to push my business stuff all on them, stuff like that. So we've been pretty successful in keeping it, even though I've friended a lot of resellers. It's just kind of a known thing, don't blast my page with a bunch of picking stuff. And it's
so you have
really well.
You have a business page in addition to that then?
Well, we've got a fan page and a group, and then we have the Reseller Society. We don't really use our group anymore because we brought everything over to the Reseller Society.
I see. Okay.
But yeah, as far as an actual something I can post as, it's all Chad Pagel. It's not Golden Finger Picker or anything like that. So,
okay.
Yeah, I mean, I can't post under Resell Ronin on Facebook. It's got to be under my real name. And
they're cracking down on real name versus
Yeah, they just don't want people to be able to defraud people and make it impossible to track them down. It's just easier when they've got your name. But I mean, just
if I remember the CNN story well enough, what happened was a bunch of these cross-dressers put up a lot of complaints about Facebook insisting on real names, and Facebook actually backed down for them at least. They started allowing them to go anonymous.
So, I mean, should we go cross-dressing then?
No, I'm just saying that's what I saw on CNN, that when Facebook started insisting on real names, they put up the big stink, I guess more than anybody else, because they wanted to stay anonymous, and Facebook actually backed down. Now, whether or not they backed down for everybody else, I have no idea.
Yeah, I haven't really looked into it too much. I'm not too concerned with it. I mean, I just keep posting under my real name on Facebook, and I just keep all my pick and stuff in the groups. You know, just keep them out of. I keep it all off on my regular page. I don't like blast out this show on my personal Facebook page, even though I'd probably get some people watching it. But you know, if they want to get into it, they know how to get a hold of me, and they can get in on the groups, and they can start following me there. You know, get on my YouTube channel if they really want it. But for the most part, just keep it. I don't even go like. I click on Facebook, and then I go straight to the groups. I don't even look at my news feed anymore, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm trying to accomplish. I want to get the picking news feed articles over onto one page or whatever, one area, and my personal news feed on another area, so that they're not intermixed.
Yeah.
Well, what I found is hardly any of my personal stuff even comes up in my news feed anymore because I've been so active in the reselling. I mean, hardly anything. I'll get my birthdays. You know, people are having birthdays, but as far as my personal, you know, my high school friends, what they're doing, it's just not coming up anymore because I'm not active with them.
Yeah. Or maybe they're coming up and they're scrolling off the bottom of the screen so fast that you don't even notice that they came up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chad, there is a question in the YouTube. When can we bail from some of these groups and just stick with the Reseller Society? Are the admins going to carry on with the society? Or are the admins going to carry on with their groups?
Our groups are going to stay there because, you know, we've made so many videos in the past to bring. I mean, as far as our group, you'll notice we rarely post at all in there. And I know Gillmoney's rarely posting in theirs. Those are pretty much the two groups that came over. We're at the Reseller Society. That's where 99% of what's going on is there. The shows are our events there. You don't have to. We don't post our shows in our personal groups anymore and stuff like that. It's just one place. We're wanting one place for everything, and take that leap. Come on over to the Reseller Society. It's, you know, just because it's bigger doesn't mean it's worse.
Right.
People like that little homey feeling sometimes, but I mean, it's really, I mean, there's not the fighting and all that other stuff that we're seeing. And if we do happen to see something spark, we'll snip it.
Yeah, the Reseller Society has been really, really good. There have been a lot of. It's been very. What's the word? Like nobody. I don't see any fighting. Nobody. It's been really helpful. You know, really civil. That's the word. And I mean, there are a lot of groups.
Civil? I can get civil on you.
I mean, there's so much. There are so many groups out there. There's no way to consolidate all of them. And there are a lot of them that aren't associated with the Resale Society or the Reseller Society. But there are reasons to join all the different groups, and getting everything consolidated just isn't going to happen. I mean, it's the internet, you know, it's like trying to herd cats. But like I use my group. I've got Thrift Store Scores on Facebook, and that's just to post videos. I mean, if you want to post a haul video, you can. I'm not going to stop anybody, but it's like one of the only issues with a bigger group is stuff gets buried pretty fast. So like stuff like this show, you know, if you have trouble finding the link in the morning, and you don't want to go to YouTube and find my channel and click on the show, you just want to get on Facebook and click it, you can join my group, Thrift Store Scores, and it'll be easy. You know, you just go straight to my group, and that's pretty much the only thing that you're going to see. And I post all my haul videos there. I've got some other people here that are posting haul videos there. But that's just my group personally. I know there's like the Thrifting Lounge. They're a pretty big group, and Kevin's got a really good show and everything. But he's actually got Retro Josh coming on tonight. Something for you guys to look out for. What's going on, Callie?
Morning. Just waking up.
Morning, Callie.
Good morning, everyone. Morning, Chad. Yeah,
Hi,
lots
Charlie.
of things happened over the weekend. Had a lot of sales. I had 13 sales overnight. I got to pack up, ship out this morning. I got a couple emails from Amazon. One item is being returned. Don't know why. They just gave me the money back, and they said, yeah, they have 45 days to return it. It's a Halloween costume. That kind of irritates
They're
me.
gonna use it for Halloween and send it back.
They have 45 days to return it. Yeah. Yeah.
Easy. That
I
is
got an email
funny.
on an item that was lost in the warehouse. It was a DS game, so they reimbursed me 57 cents.
Wow, that was nice of them.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll reimburse me a little bit more.
Yeah, those DS games freak me out a little bit. The way that I take those, I've got these, like when I'm cutting down my boxes to make stuff fit and, knock a few ounces off for first class, I just save all the tabs and I take the
I think
game.
it's packing and they toss it.
What's that?
They probably think it's packing and they toss it.
Well, yeah, but here's what I do. I take the game and then I shrink wrap the game to the board and then I bubble wrap the whole board and put the UPC on it so that it turns out to be like the size of a regular video game case almost.
Well, see, mine is in its cart. It's not. It's in the original case. So that case is kind of big, so it's hard to lose that thing,
Okay, yeah. That's what started making me paranoid. I was sending in some DS games and I was just like, man, there's no way. I even almost lost one. When I was repackaging a box, I'm like going through everything, taking the packaging out, went through to double check. It's like, where the hell did that game go? And it was mixed in with the packaging, so.
Here you go, James. This is what you do. Kiddies, close your ears. You take your hand, you make it crisp, you go down there and put it between your legs, you squeeze and say, it's the cost of doing business 3 times. And then let go. And then you're okay.
Yep.
Callie, have you opened a case on the amount that they reimbursed you? Because I've had some success with opening cases on those amounts.
No, I just got it this morning. I just saw it.
Oh, okay.
And it's one of my original shipments I sent in on September 9th.
Okay.
So now they're barely telling me now.
So, what did you do this weekend, Callie? Anything? Find any good scores?
Yeah.
Said you had good sales.
A lot of thrifting. I did a couple of videos, haul videos. I got such good items, I thought I got to make a video on this.
Right.
And so I made one each day. Some smaller items, I can't even remember completely. One was a 3-piece Nordstrom suit, jacket, vest, and slacks, hand stitched. Got that for $4. Little red wagons, some garment brush. Remember that garment brush I showed you, the steamer?
Yeah.
That one's already sold. I have to ship that out this morning. So that's paid for everything already.
Nice.
Yeah. We'll have to watch the videos. I can't even remember. I'm just waking up and my first cup of coffee. So
Make sure you post in the chat. Just write something in the chat so that everybody that's watching can just mouse over your name, and there'll be, when you just hold your mouse on somebody's name in the chat, there's a little pop-up window that comes up and a red button that says subscribe. Click on that, and then later on you guys can go back and watch their haul videos once you're subscribed to them. Makes it easier to find their videos.
yeah.
I've noticed that you can't do that on the Hangout site, on the Google site, though. You can do it on the YouTube version of this broadcast, but when you mouse over somebody's name on the Google Plus screen, it doesn't come up.
Yeah. I'm not sure how many people are out there watching us from Google Plus. I'm going to have to start pushing that a little harder. I'm Resale Ronin on Google Plus, by the way. If you're watching this on Google Plus and you want to get into my circles, just go ahead and add me, and I'll add you back, and I'll start blasting it out the link on in my circles as well. I've just been posting on Facebook, but I'm imagine it's got to be. I know it's easy just to send the link out on Google Plus as well.
And yeah, just like the chat was saying about having a personal account and a family account, or business account and family account, I would realize I was logged into my personal account. So I had to rechange and say hello on my business account.
Yeah.
I have one for just for my family. So I said, oops. I was messaging my sister earlier, and I was still on that one.
Yeah, I've got my real account too on Google, but Google lets you like have different names with each one. I actually like Google Plus a little better than Facebook. Facebook's more convenient for finding the messages and all that, but I like the way that Google Plus is laid out and how easy it is to have like your switch through your different aliases or whatever and be able to like use your different aliases. That it's kind of like YouTube. I really like that model better. But I don't know. It's just to keep, like you said, family business separate and friend business separate. And I mean, the guys that I train with at the gym don't want to hear about what I sold this weekend or what I got at the thrift store. They could care less, you know. And you guys don't care about the tournament that I competed in a month ago or whatever. You know what I mean? So
It's just like Bill had said. I had my cousin just had her baby, and she posted pictures of the baby and weight and the name, and it scrolled down just like Bill had said, and I missed it. So
yeah. Well, that's another thing. I mean, if you guys have a Google Plus account, if you've got a Gmail account, it's really easy to make a Google Plus account. Go try it out. Send everybody on the panel here a link so that we can get you in our circles. That way you can keep track in Google of what we're doing, like as far as like all the live shows, because there's a lot of live shows going on now. We've got the Thrifting Lounge on Monday night. We've got the Resellers Meet and Greet on Wednesday night. We've got the Girls Night, Where Are My Thrifting Girls At on Thursday. Friday night we've got the Toadcast, which if you didn't watch the Toadcast yet from last Friday, you need to go back and watch it because it was freaking hilarious.
You know, a good way to keep track of all of those Hangouts and Toadcasts and things is to use Google Calendar. I've started that now.
Yeah, Google Calendar's good. I started playing around with that just over the weekend, and I'm liking it a lot. I think I'm going to start.
You can set up
Good
separate
idea.
calendars.
Yeah.
I have one calendar for Spreecast, another one for Google Hangouts, because sometimes they overlap in the same time period, and they'll blot each other out. So you can turn on and off the separate calendars all at the same time, you know.
Just remember that you have Tuesdays and Saturday nights off. Every other night has a show.
That's easy to remember.
Yeah, Sunday night is the R show, and Sunday afternoon's the Pickers Church.
What I don't have down very well yet is the various times that they start broadcasting.
I
Yeah,
think
I think
if you look under events in the Resale Society, I believe there is a list of them that shows the start times and all that, not just the upcoming ones. I think there's a list of every one of them. Something like that.
Yeah, in the events tab, it'll tell you when it's starting your time. So it'll keep you updated, and it'll also give you like an alert 1 hour before it starts. Say, hey, this is about to start.
Yeah.
Right.
Or you'd have like the R show broadcasting for 26 hours, like last night.
How long did that go? I got to go back and watch the R show because I was so busy yesterday, and I was doing everything upstairs where I've got a computer upstairs, but it doesn't have sound. So anytime I'm working up there, I can't do the Hangouts, I can't watch the shows, I can't do any of that.
Oh, I got a little tip. If I didn't mean to cut you off, it just hit my head real quick. Is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
If you're making some really good sales on eBay and then all of a sudden it stops and you don't know why, it's like, go ahead and call eBay. This happened to Ronnie Hart, and we've got a pretty good idea of what happened, but out of the blue, somebody flagged his account for selling counterfeits. They reported his account, so his sales literally stopped, and he couldn't figure out what was going on. And, you know, it may have been retaliation for something, you know, just somebody trolling, you know, going to his eBay account. But But yeah, and they removed it, and his sales just went through the roof again. So if you see a trend, and then all of a sudden, bam, something's wrong, but you don't get any he didn't get any messages from eBay or anything. Somebody had flagged his account as selling counterfeits. So call them, and they'll take care of it. And as soon as they took care of it, his sales started going through the roof again. I don't know if it limited him on the search engine or whatever, but it didn't show that anything was wrong. So,
you know, eBay needs to change that policy if that's what they do. If they're going to flag someone's account and suspend it or something, they need to contact you and let you know that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if eBay I think if somebody goes through and reports it.
Right. If somebody reports you,
yeah,
then, you know, they shouldn't just take somebody's word for it. They should do an investigation or something, or not suspend it like that.
Well, I think automatically what it does is it flags it till they get around to it, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that was the case, but Ronnie said it was his slowest few days or slowest week he's had in the history of his eBay.
So did he just not? I mean, how much did his sales slow down? I mean, was it literally?
We're talking 0 sales in 2 days, and then 2 sales of $60, and it was bad. It was bad. So he doesn't really know. I don't think they went into it too much, but yeah, you know, I put my sales as being nothing because I haven't been listing, but I need to call him because, you know, there's a good chance I was hit with this flag thing too.
Yeah.
If y'all know what I mean. But yeah.
Was somebody calling you out?
Yeah. Yeah.
Haters gonna hate, man. If they got a way to screw with your business, then I mean,
yeah,
you got to be careful. I don't like putting my eBay account out there just because of that. I mean, it's not that hard to find, but you know.
I don't link to my eBay account because of that.
Yeah.
I deal with trusted people, like people that are in the Hangouts and that I want to get advice from or whatever, but there are very few people that I'll link to my eBay account with.
Yeah, it's like the videos I was hit by. Somebody reported, or they were checking it for copyright infringement on music I had on my videos, and I had no music on there. And I'm still dealing with a couple of videos that show it's not being monetized because it's copyright infringed.
That's what I've got. Mine are I've got several of them under review right now. And we're talking a meet and greet from 2 weeks ago. Still has the question mark under review.
Yeah, that's why I try not to use music either. But I do kind of want to figure out a way to do like an intro and an outro on the show. I just don't know how to set it up where, you know, you've got I've got it in my head what I want to do and what kind of music I want to use and everything, but just how to do it, I have no idea.
Well, one of the videos that they have flagged as being music copyright infringed is my interview with Joe from Australia.
Yeah.
There's no music in it. You know, my voice is pretty good, but it's not that musical. So I don't know.
Right. That's one of the things that worries me though about like doing my ride-alongs. You know, where I'm in the thrift store and I'm taking video of stuff. I mean, are they gonna flag me because that you can barely hear some stupid song in the background? But I don't know.
They could.
Too much, but I'm sure they could. What's that?
I've had that happen at at the honey hole. They always play this Christian music in the background.
Uh-huh.
I was just going along. I was trying to show, I think, records to Chad that they had there. Flagged. Just because of the music in the background.
Yeah.
There's one time, what's his name? Gary, Green Mountain Picker. He had just a hangout like this going, and you know, people were in it, and then some people left, and it was just him. So he turned up his radio. You know, he was just blaring his radio, listening to music, and they cut off the hangout, saying you're broadcasting music.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that. That happened right after I stopped or started doing the hangouts. But he always does that. He'll just leave. He'll stay online and just take off and leave his radio on. And
yeah, but they cut him off because they said you're broadcasting music. That's what
yeah, well,
yeah, they monitor these hangouts. So
yeah.
Isn't there a point in time where, like books, music becomes
Yes.
free of its copyright anymore?
I believe it's, oh my goodness, I think it was, I want to say it's 40 years, 40 years. I want to. I don't remember off the top of my head, but there is
So
a
you-
time frame.
If you want to use music in anything legally, technically and legally, you'd have to find a website that has a listing of whatever is
And there
old
is a
enough
listing
to
that
be.
shows which items are still available and which ones are re-copyrighted. Because if they don't copyright it after a certain length of time, it's public domain.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I know Night of the Living Dead, they didn't copyright that movie, so I'm kind of a zombie nut, and that's why you can, like, every horror movie box set that you find anywhere seems to have Night of the Living Dead in it because it's completely public domain, because the people, when they made that movie, they didn't bother to copyright it.
Oh, wow.
There's something called Audionautics where you can get a lot of copyright-free music for your YouTube videos and things like that.
Yeah, there are a lot of artists out there that release their stuff. All you have to do is make a little comment either in the video or in the comment section, like music by such and such. So, I mean, I use, I can't remember what site I use, but I got a couple of albums that I pull all my stuff from for my haul videos and ride-alongs. What's up, Jake? Kind of quiet over there.
How you guys doing?
Good.
Morning, Jake.
How was the weekend?
Slow.
Did you get anything listed at least?
Yeah, it's what's that?
You get anything listed at least?
No, I didn't do any listing. I was dealing with a few returns that I'm still dealing with right now. And other than that, nothing really happened. I sold maybe 3 items this weekend.
Nothing big, huh?
Are you kidding me?
Nothing big.
I know on my both accounts I have those free listings right now. It's 10,000 fixed price listings for free.
Yeah.
Take advantage of those.
Oh yeah, I've been. The only thing you have to watch out for, I don't know why they did this, but it's only for 10-day listings. Like the auction.
That's the limit. Yes.
I mean, you can't do 30 days, and I don't know if they're trying to. I've got this feeling that we're gonna get this offer, and then we're gonna have another offer at the beginning of the month for a bunch of free listings, and then all the stuff that we listed is gonna come off in 10 days, and then it's gonna be 3 weeks before we get another offer for fixed prices.
Yes.
So they figure people are gonna get as much as possible listed during this time frame, and then when they go to relist it, they'll have to pay, or they'll have to just sit on it for a month.
And their purpose is to make people buy a store.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I've got a basic store. I'm actually thinking about upgrading now. The only reason that I haven't, I mean, I've got 600 items listed, but most of the stuff that I had listed before I started expanding into other stuff was all 5-cent to list stuff, no matter what level store you have. You know, just video games and DVDs, Blu-rays, books, you know, all the media stuff that's 5 cents to list. So I didn't need a bigger store, but now that I'm getting into some of this other stuff, like dabbling in clothing, like doing a lot more VCR, DVD player, Blu-ray player, computer stuff, that sort of stuff, I think I'm finally going to have to get that next level up, just because I've got too many listings going out too many listings going up that I got to pay 20 cents a listing for. But
as Jeff said in the chat, you know, you get the one free relisting on it, so in essence becomes 20 days.
Oh yeah, I don't actually do that. I relist everything by hand, just because I change stuff around, and I'll change my title, and sometimes I'll retake pictures, and I'll change the price. You know, just it gives me the opportunity to change everything and redo the search, whatever, like casino.
And that's a good thing when you do that. It does re-index it, and all the people that are watching it, they get an email saying, "Hey, this item you were watching has changed. Are you don't want to buy it right now?" So.
Yeah, exactly. So I always do all of my relistings by hand. But let's see.
The copyright infringement thing had a lot of comments on the YouTube. I know California law, music, they're going to look at that very closely. Images, they probably will not. I know anywhere in public you take a video, it's legal to publish. There's no copyright laws. Even in stores, because I used to be a private investigator, and I'd have to use hidden video to follow somebody into local places. And you can still go into stores and take video, and it's still public domain.
It's because there's no expectation of privacy when you're out in public.
Correct.
Okay.
So, as long as there's
the
no
other thing in regards
expected
to
privacy, you're fine.
And the other thing is, as far as sound, you know, they have the parabolic mics that record vibrations off of windows. So I could, and the vibrations, it's like somebody speaking inside of a house. You can record the vibrations off that window, and it'll come as crystal as clear of a conversation, and that's legal, but you can't record a conversation. So laws are kind of screwy.
Yeah.
Yeah, in California, you're not allowed to record conversation.
Yeah, here in Colorado, as long as one party involved in the conversation or the meeting realizes that they're being recorded, it's fine.
Yeah.
That's a state-by-state thing.
Hey, Callie, how did that basketball coach or the basketball owner get busted in the Los Angeles? How did he get busted? He didn't know he was being recorded.
I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with that. I didn't know.
The basketball coach, the basketball owner of the New York or the Los Angeles. Who was it?
I don't know what you're talking about either.
The racist guy.
Oh,
you know?
Was it? I thought he was from the East Coast somewhere. Might have been, but I didn't pay attention.
I thought it was L.A.
Might have been. I don't know. I don't pay. I really do not pay attention to sports at all.
What happened? Was he on a phone call or something, or what?
No, it was a private between him and his hooker girlfriend.
Oh.
Talking about the black guys, Magic Johnson, asked, want to know why she was hanging or talking to him, and it's not good. And just
He got fried in the public, and that's what got that started, because she released it via a reporter. Isn't that how that happened? She released it publicly
I'd be
to
suing
out
him.
Well, what about Mel Gibson and his ex-girlfriend or whatever? Like, she released that phone conversation where he just...
See, he left a message on a telephone call or something like that. If you leave a message, you know you're being recorded, so that's legal.
Yep.
Okay.
And if you're on a telephone call and you know it's 3 people on the line, only one person has to approve it being recorded. You don't have to tell the other 2 persons, and it can be legally, it can be used as evidence.
Yeah. Know your state laws, folks, if you're going to be recording people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was the LA Clippers that Jeremy Holland just posted on one of my links in the Reseller Society. It was the LA Clippers.
I'm not familiar with the whole case on that, but if
yeah, he was forced to sell his team and everything, man.
Wow. Huh. I don't know on that.
Yeah.
I'd be like, that is not my voice. I don't care.
I don't know what you're talking about. Somebody's trying to impersonate me.
Mm-hmm. Well, like my one video, the ladies' night meet and greet.
Yeah.
I've got the ladies' night in the title, and I don't know if that's a title of a song or something, but it still has a question mark as far as being reviewed for.
What?
It doesn't even say copyright. It just says under review.
Yeah, who did that song? That is a song, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's like a disco thing.
Yeah.
This is
Isn't disco old enough where it's
I don't know if it's called Ladies' Night though.
ELO or no?
I thought it was This Is Ladies Night.
This is Ladies' Night. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he sold his wife owns the team now, so I guess they got around that.
Yeah, I don't know.
The LA Clippers thing. Yeah, that's one way to do it. Just sell it to your wife.
Is that what he did?
Yeah, that's what Jeremy just posted. He said his wife owns the team now.
That's ridiculous. He didn't lose anything. He needed to lose everything.
Well, I think they were in the middle of a divorce.
Oh.
They came together for this, and I don't know if she took the team and ran or what she did.
She took the team as settlement. Oh, Brandy said it was Cool in the Gang.
That's it.
Cool in the Gang.
But it doesn't say copyright infringement. I don't know why it's still under review. Here, let me go look.
And actually, words even a title of a song can't be copyrighted.
Yeah, you wouldn't think.
Label.
Especially not something like that, because bars all do ladies' night.
Yeah.
Quick, kitty. This cat is tearing up my picture-taking area. Get out.
Yeah, my dog was running around yesterday while I was taking pictures of jackets, and I had to chase him out, man, because he kept rubbing up against them. You know, he'd like walk right by, and I just got done cleaning all the hair off. He just walked by it, brush up against it, and it's like, damn it, dog.
Watch out, you guys. James is over there rolling, so it might get crazy here in a minute.
Say what?
James just...
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He's rolling cigarettes.
That's just a regular cigarette.
It's about to be a party.
Let's see if
I wondered when you were coming in, Jeff.
1 second. Yeah.
Yeah, on a Spider-Man jacket.
My hair's a mess. I was debating it. I haven't gotten a shower yet this morning. That basketball guy, his wife is no longer his wife. And he got away with it because it was never a legal issue. It was never prosecuted in court. It was just all a matter of public opinion that forced him to do everything.
And there is that. Once it's out there, you know, people forget, well, how did it get out there? Was it legally to get out there? It doesn't matter. Everybody knows it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could have sued her for libel, but he knows, you know, that just would have been stupid.
Yeah.
Accusations are enough to ruin your butt.
There's one item I got over the weekend. I haven't even checked it yet. It's old videotape from CBS.
That is an old one.
Yeah. It even says that with a hi-fi stereo.
Yeah, I did find another pair of Jordans over the weekend. These are newer than the last pair. The date says 2013, but I was looking them up. I can't find them. Like I've tried 2 or 3 different websites. I checked like 6 or 7 pages of eBay ads, and I just can't figure out what model they are and like which exact Jordans they are. But did a bunch of different searches.
This is not.
Definitely need to find that out. But I found this in that haul ride-along video that I did on, I think it was Friday, Thursday or Friday. I didn't really find anything on Saturday that was notable. I just bought a bunch of books. Took the books to one of my bookstores that sell video games. Basically, I paid like $10 for the books. I got like $40 in store credit for them, and then I went and bought like $100 or so worth of stuff, $200 worth of stuff for Amazon. That was pretty fun.
I got a question for you guys.
Yep.
I'm trying to file this insurance claim with USPS, and for whatever reason, it's telling me that that tracking number is not eligible to file a claim. It was shipped priority, so it automatically gets $50 worth of insurance. So what would make it not eligible?
Where it's going?
It was delivered?
What's that?
If they posted it, or if they claimed that it was delivered, then I guess it would not be eligible.
Right, but that covers damaged, right? That's what the issue is.
I have to call somebody. Like whenever I have issues like that, I actually go to the post office and talk to the postmaster and start my claims through the post office face to face. I don't try and do any of this stuff online. I feel like that makes it a little bit. They're more amiable when you're face to face. Like they'll deal with you more. So try going to your post office.
Yeah, I'll have to do that.
Hi, Sarah.
Hello, I figured out as soon as I turned it on, this laptop's going to echo everything in here, so I got to keep it muted.
Okay.
Good morning, Sarah.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
Okay, so we were talking about the T-shirts and stuff earlier.
Yep.
So that's what I've been doing while we've been sitting here, was researching Zazzle or Cafe Press. So I went with Zazzle. And I went to open a store, and I'm using Vegan Homeschool, which is my website. And it's telling me the store name's not available.
Yeah, I took it. Sorry.
Dang it. Who else has Vegan Homeschool? Seriously.
I'll sell it back to you.
Are you sure you didn't use it before and you forgot about it?
I don't think I've ever heard of Zazzle.
Zazzle? I've never heard of it. So are you just trying to make your own website to sell T-shirts to them or something?
Well, you open a store on Zazzle because I wanted to make some T-shirts for my site.
Okay.
And it tells you to name your store, so I put in Vegan Homeschool, and it says it's not available.
I like Cafe Press better.
Maybe you should call them or send them an email or something and tell them, look, I own the domain.
Yeah, I mean, I've owned that domain for years.
Huh.
I've used Cafe Press a lot and kind of like it a little better because all the different products you can do.
Do you do a lot of
the Zazzle, it seems to have better quality. So that and some of the other stuff, just seems better on Zazzle, so I went with them.
So Jeff, we were talking earlier about like making our own T-shirts and stuff. What were you saying, Cafe Press? Obviously you're doing it for profit.
I did it for my tattoo website and some other stuff, but yeah, because I put up mouse pads, mugs, T-shirts.
Okay. That's all. So you do tattoos too?
What was that?
You do tattoos too?
I had a website on women with tattoos that I photographed.
Oh, okay.
The female canvas, and so I just did a lot of T-shirts there. And the main thing was calendars. I moved my calendars to crap. I don't even remember what the name of the site is anymore. I'll have to figure that one out because they automatically reset the calendars every year. So the same photos I put up for a calendar, they just resell every year about this time. They start selling them again.
That's cool.
I don't remember the name of the site. I don't think they do T-shirts, so. I just sold a calendar too a couple weeks ago.
Cool. How many of them do you think you sell?
I only sell a couple dozen a year. And I don't advertise them either. If I advertise them a little bit better, I'll probably sell a bit more.
Yeah, sounds like if you, that's just a passive income stream though, right? Something you can expect this time of year. Like
I forgot all about it until I got an email a couple weeks ago saying you sold a calendar. Cool.
Jeff, you're the one that asked about. I had this email come in from Amazon yesterday saying they have one of my items was lost in the warehouse, and they reimbursed me 57 cents. You had something like that happen to you before, didn't you?
Yeah, they've lost a whole shipment once, and I was kind of excited. They gave me a lot more than that. They gave me a good amount per item, and the funny thing is, I guess somebody found the items because I've been selling them too.
Yeah. Did they ever take that monies back or no? They haven't.
No, never taken the money back either.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting, but you can open up a case and dispute the amount and say, hey, this thing cost me at least this much.
Yeah.
Because normally what they do is they reimburse you what you would have made or close to it after fees and everything.
I know it was priced more than that. But yeah. They reimbursed me 57 cents for a DS game.
Yeah.
Here's the thing with them. They'll give you a percentage of just the lowest merchant fulfilled, and that's it. Whatever the going rate for that is. It's BS, boy. Nothing you can really do about it.
One thing I'm arguing with them now is I've had 2 returns now, and they're both been come back saying customer damaged and put back in inventory. So I emailed and said, what the hell? If the customer damaged, why am I paying for it? The first item, it was just those rubber ducks, and they reimbursed me something like $2.20. So, okay, I got the ducks back there, fine, I'll sell them on eBay. But the other one was a Darth Maul lightsaber. It was $88, and it got returned the day they got it. And the reason they returned it was they said found a better price somewhere else. But it still came back and it says customer damaged. So I opened a case on that last night to see what the hell's going on there.
Man,
they did get also a email saying my costume, the Halloween costume I sold, is being returned. That's all it shows. They reimbursed them the monies, and then they say they have up to 45 days to return it. So yeah, right. I'm figuring they're going to use it for Halloween and then return it.
Well, check your return report.
Yeah, there's nothing on that. I got an email, and the money were deducted from my account, but nothing is on the return report.
It doesn't show up in the report until they actually get it back, but
right.
Yeah, they have 45 days.
Yeah. So, Adam, how was the weekend, man?
You know what? All I can say is diamonds.
That's a tiny pinky ring.
I believe it's an engagement ring, boy.
Yeah, your camera's not on.
Do you have 1 stone in there, 3 stones, what?
Whoa, shit, there's actually, might be 3. Just dropped my drug scale. Whoops. I actually did not notice the 2 on the side. So is my camera not on, or is it just not?
Oh, no, I think it is. I'm just not seeing it. Oh, there you go.
I can see you.
Yeah, I can see you.
I'm seeing.
Sold that ugly sweater.
Let's go to the Philippines.
So how'd you find that thing?
I was talking about that police auction, right?
Oh, yeah.
And they actually had this and the class ring. And you guys would not guess how much I paid for this.
$20, $25.
No.
$1.
No.
How much?
5.
Nice.
I do like the police auctions with the items that are, the stolen property that's not been returned, and they have the auctions. You can make some good deals on those.
What makes you think it's real?
Yeah, sounds like you got the score of the week.
If it's real. Yeah, just like Jeff said.
I don't know if you guys can hear that.
Yeah.
I've got diamond testers, I got gold testers, silver testers. You name it, I've bought it.
Yeah, I don't have a diamond tester, but I've got gold and silver testers.
But yeah, even these small ones are diamonds. Cool.
No idea what it's worth. How much is the gold worth?
If I was to scrap it, it's like $70, $80. Elena says I should easily be able to get like $250 out of it.
Oh, nice.
What's up, Gillmans?
Hello, how are you?
Nice shop.
I know, right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
A little big.
Yeah.
You lost.
It's too
Yes,
big.
it's like almost 20. It's 28 something hundred square feet. It's almost 2,900.
My studio is too big.
Too big. Are you in your Spider-Man pajamas, Jeff?
My Spider-Man sweatshirt, not my pajamas. Boxer shorts.
Don't stand up.
It's actually pretty chilly here now when we get up.
Hey guys, I'm gonna have to jump out of here. Go do some packing. I got a lot of stuff to ship out this morning.
Yeah,
Want to come in and say hello to everybody. And
Thanks for coming on, James. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hey,
all right, guys, have a good one.
See you, James.
Yeah.
So, Paul, you
Yeah.
do much with iPods? You do much with iPods?
Yeah.
I got one that says it's disabled.
Is it a phone?
No, it's just an iPod Touch, 4th gen. iPod is disabled. Try again in 22,572,228 minutes. Alright.
What? I've never heard of that, but I mean, I'm not big into iPods. I usually, if they don't work and I can't get them to work, I don't mess with them because they're not worth that much. I usually just sell them for parts, and they sell really well.
Alright, that's what I was thinking about. If I can figure out how to disable.
You'll probably get close to like maybe half of what it's worth,
Alright.
or half of what it, maybe more than that. Especially if it's an easy fix, just explain what's going on with it, because I don't think that you can. That just doesn't seem like something that you wouldn't be able to fix with some kind of software fix, because they're not the phones. I mean, if your phone is blocked, it's just basically an iPod at that point, But
I thought for a second there that Sarah had a tattoo sleeve. I think it's just a normal sleeve. The way you are on the camera, your sleeve looked like you had a tattoo sleeve there for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she went out and got some work done.
I keep thinking about it. Haven't done it yet. But I've been
Yeah,
thinking about it.
to do some more work.
I have some tattoos, nothing fancy though.
I need to find someone willing to do a trade.
Yeah. Tattoo work seems to be one of those things that you can get done pretty easily for trade, right?
Well, I've been doing it for photo work. Like, photograph some of their work or come in and videotape them.
Okay.
That's how I got all my sleeves done. I used to, when I worked for a tattoo magazine, I'd photograph his work on some of the women he did and get them in the magazine.
Okay.
So I have not paid for a tattoo yet.
Yeah.
I really want to.
I got a few friends that do tattoos that I keep thinking about going in. They'd probably cut me a pretty good deal. I'm sure I could definitely trade for it if I wanted to, but you just figure out a way to get those things, those iPods, fixed, Brian?
Maybe. I don't have one in hand. That's just something I found.
Okay.
And I sold my original iPod last week or a week before, I think, for $80 or $90.
Did it work?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I had 3 iPods that I paid like $20 for at a garage sale, and they were all like, one of them didn't even turn on. One of them, the backlight was dead. The other one, the battery was dead, but if I plugged it in, it would come on for a second and then shut back off. And I just put them all up on eBay for $100, and they sold within a day.
Well, this was the original classic iPod, but it was mine. So I got it worked and everything. And whoever bought it got a load of movies and music on it too. So I just kept it on there.
I got one of those.
Yeah, mine was kind of scratched up, but they were all going for the completed drawer, anywhere from 80 to 110.
Yeah. Some of those older iPods are money. Like, people buy them just because they're old Apple products.
Yeah, we had bought the U2 version one for $1 at a yard sale once. Sold it for like 80.
Nice. Finally made it home, okay, Mike?
Yeah, finally. Now I have my work cut out for me. So.
Yeah.
Not hiding today. No witness protection program?
What's that?
I saw Michael, no witness protection program there?
No.
Got a couple days off, right?
Mm-hmm.
How was the weekend?
It was good. 5-2. My son went 5-2 at the national tournament. It was like 82 kids in his weight class.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
He did really good. Did he place?
No, it was like top 25, but that was it. But it was definitely a huge experience for him. So.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
He did excellent,
What
man.
grade is it in?
He's a senior.
Is he?
Yeah. So he beat guys that were state placers last year for their state. That I mean, he did really well, man.
What was his weight class?
145.
Cool. So they didn't make him cut down, huh?
Nah. Well, we made sure of that.
Yeah.
So.
That was good. That was a good call for sure. I mean, it's great to cut weight and everything for a tournament if you know what you're doing, but I mean, at a high school level, I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah. Well, I mean, once you saw the kids that he was wrestling, none of them were bigger than him. Like, there were no big, huge guys that just, you could tell they had cut and then ate like madmen.
Yeah, exactly. Cutting all the water weight and then coming in 20 pounds heavier.
Yeah.
I love this Shipping International. Sell $12 worth of oak Legos to the Philippines, $21 a ship.
Yeah,
I love it.
Like that last week.
And then I ended up only paying 12.
Yeah. I sold like 6 boxes of candy to this dude. I don't even know where it went, and they paid like $30 to have it shipped.
Huh.
They really like that candy. Somebody's jonesing.
I just sold a stapler to Russia, and they paid $20 to have that shipped, and it was a $7 stapler.
I know I said I'd never do Guitar Heroes again, but I found this Wii Guitar Hero. It was in the box. It was supposed to be new sealed, but it was been opened, and they lied to me that everything was in there because it's supposed to have the Soundgarden CD, and I guess they opened it up enough to get the Soundgarden CD out, but the game's still in there sealed, the guitar's still in there taped in, and sealed strap and everything, so went and got it for $5.
Oh, that's a really good deal for $5. Those.
I just wish the Soundgarden CD was in there because then I could have said complete.
Yeah. Well, even like that, as long as those guitars come with a Guitar Hero game, then they usually sell really well. I don't like selling them without the game anymore because they don't seem to move. But include a game or two or three, and I mean you can get pretty crazy money for those things.
Yeah, the games in there still sealed. Looks like I might have popped this out. Yeah, there's no CD in there.
Yeah.
Is there an abbreviation for Hart, Schaefer, and Works? You guys know that brand?
For what?
Hart, Schaefer, and Works.
That I know of.
What about Hart, Scheffner, Marks?
I didn't know if there was like an abbreviation for it that people regularly use.
No. Write it out.
Yeah. I have not done the giveaway yet. The giveaway is going to be tomorrow. If you want to see what I'm giving away, I did a 100 subscriber video last Tuesday. Doubled my subscribers since then, so it looks like I'm going to be doing a 500 subscriber video pretty soon. I've already got the item lined up for that. It's pretty cool. I thought it was really cool. But yeah, I'm giving away something for my 100 subscriber giveaway, but you got to go watch the video. Go check my channel. It should be easy to find. If you want to join, have a chance at winning, just comment to it, and big thumbs up's always helpful. But I think we're gonna wrap this up today, guys. I want to thank everybody for watching the show and joining in on the chat. Just remember, anytime you're watching these videos, when you see a chat bar over there and you see somebody from the panel, actually, if you can click on anybody. You don't even have to click. Just mouse over their name. If you like what somebody's saying or what they're talking about, or if you like what they're doing in the, like if they're on the panel and they're talking about some of the videos that they're doing and you want to go check them out later, just mouse over their name in the chat box, and then you can hit that red subscribe button that pops up, and then you'll be able to go to their channel and check and see what they're doing on their channel.
Over their picture.
What's that?
I think it's over the picture.
Over their picture.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about in the YouTube chat.
Yeah, in the YouTube
Either
chat.
one works. Name or picture works.
Okay.
Yeah, like if somebody, if you post something in the chat, then your name pops up, and if you just mouse over that, hit that subscribe button, go check out their videos later. Like, comment, and subscribe to this channel if you would. Love those thumbs up. They're down there right under the right-hand corner of the video. If you haven't already subscribed, I encourage you to subscribe. We do this every morning, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We run a couple hours, trying to get some really good guests on. Wednesday, we're going to have RB3. If you haven't seen him in any of the Hangouts or watched any of his videos, you got to go check him out. We're going to be mostly talking. We're going to be talking a lot about Amazon, ramping up your business, how to get started, and really just jump in with 2 feet, because it sounds like that's what he did. And it's going to be a really interesting show, I'm sure. But thanks everybody again. We will talk to you all in the morning.
See you, folks.
Bye.